The customer I'm building this model for owns a 240SX in real life, and I'm building it to replicate that car. Now his is not yet modified all the way he would like it to be, but the model is going to be exactly spec'd to his specific wishes. So I'm going to be changing out the steering wheel to the race car steering wheel just saw me drill out. I'm going to add some gauges in the center console for the dashboard. I'm going to drill these out, just stepping up the drill bits, going bigger and bigger, and eventually filing it to the final size and adding some rods into it to replicate the gauges, which later on will be put on with some decals. So along with the steering wheel, I'm also going to be modifying the gear shifter. He selected one he wanted, so I had to cut off the old one, drill out a hole, and fit the new one into it. And the final modification to the interior is removing those uprights for the seats, as the stock seats are not going to be used, and these are way too high for the new bucket seats that I will be putting in. So I'm cutting those out so I can just mount the seats to the floor. With all that said and done, all the other parts were prepped and then moved on to priming and adding various different colors. The center of the steering wheel needs to be gold, specifically to the wishes of the customer, and the outer ring needs to be in a candy purple. So that's a 2-in-1. I can just paint it all in gold, then mask off the center and add the candy purple on the edge later. Now, apart from all the other modifications that I'd shown at the beginning of the video, the rest of the interior is pretty much stock. It is not a black and gray interior. This one is actually the brown and tan interior. So I'm going to paint all the parts tan first and then add all the other colors while that is drying. The seats that I'm going to be using needed to be painted in a red, as he wanted that to be done in the interior instead of matching it with the rest. I wasn't fully satisfied with the sand color that I applied to the interior, so I mixed in a bit more brown and added another coat to just give it a bit more of a warmer tone as the actual interior has. Once the tan was dried, I applied all of the masking onto it and then started applying the red-brown to the main panels. The interior was remasked. I added a couple coats of flat clear just to act as a glue for the beige flocking that I'm going to be applying on top of it. And then it was time to add a lot more other small details that I wasn't going to be painting and masking off with the airbrush, but rather just using a small brush and a steady hand. I made a quick template with some masking tape of the rear of the seat, transferred that to some carbon fiber decals from Scale Production, cut that out, and started applying the decals. For the main gauges in the center, I just scavenged a couple of decal sheets I had laying around and stole a couple of the gauges for these parts. With a couple more details added here and there, it was time to glue it all together. With the main interior now assembled, I could move on to the final details, and that's adding the seat belts. They were all cut to length and then put together. If you want to see a more detailed instructional video on these seat belts, visit my channel. I will have one on there in the how-to section.